Hi, my name is Loja E and I'm going to present about introduction. Topographic maps are a summary of the landscape and show the important physical features in an area by using contour lines. The combinations of colors, shading, and contour line in a topographic map is to indicate the changes in elevations and terrain shape. Hydrograph is a graph that shows the discharge over time at any specific point in time. In this project, river water level data in state of Selangor and district of Hulu Langat is chosen to be investigated. Among the district of Hulu Langat, Sungai Langat at Pekan Kajang, Sungai Jeruk at Taman TTDI Grove, and Sungai Kantan are chosen as 3 stations in this project because occurrence of flood in this area is high. Google Earth Pro used to develop catchment boundary by identify the region surrounds the 3 stations and to identify the elevations of land surrounds the 3 station region. High elevations of land is plotted as the edge of catchment boundary and the point of the edge of catchment boundary is connected to form catchment boundary. There are 3 objectives in this project, which are: first, to investigate the rainfall and water level for selected stations and river; second, to determine and plot the unit hydrograph for selected station and river; and third, to determine the peak flow.
I'm Seraphim Wichao with matrix number AF210118, and I'll be presenting the methodology part for this project. First, a location that is common for flood issues with 3 nearest rainfall stations and 1 water level station of nearest river is chosen by using the Department of Irrigation and Drainage website. The number of rainfall events for a year is tabulated for each rainfall station. 5 months with highest number of rainfall events is then chosen from the annual data for each rainfall station. The data for rainfall and water level is tabulated. Besides, we also use Google Earth Pro to determine the geographical characteristic of the selected location, such as terrain profiles, gradient slopes between stations, where the catchment boundary is also obtained by finding the high elevation points as the boundary parameter. Next, same 7 consecutive days of rainfall data are chosen for all 3 of the rainfall stations. Therefore, arithmetic mean, T-sim polygon, and isohydral method are used to determine the mean area rainfall for each station, and the results are compared. We generated 3 hydrographs from those 5 months with the highest number of rainfall events. Straight line method is then used to separate natural hydrograph into 2 components. Unit hydrograph of our proposed catchment is determined and plotted. The peak flow of our proposed catchment boundary is calculated by using rational method as well as cross-section profile of the river at the maximum water level. That's all from me, thank you.
Hi, I'm Jorida with matrix number AF210088, and I will talk about the analysis and result of our project. From the 5 months that contain highest rainfall event, we choose 7 consecutive days with highest rainfall event, which is from 10 November to 16 November. To analyze the rainfall data, we use 3 methods to calculate the mean precipitation. First is the arithmetic mean method, which just use the average of 3 stations, and the mean precipitation is found as 49.33 mm. Next, we use distance polygon method. This method we use Google Earth Pro to draw the polygon and measure the area. So by using the equation sum of area times precipitation over sum of area, the mean precipitation is 48.15 mm. Then the last method of rainfall data is isohydral method. Same as the distance polygon, we use Google Earth Pro to separate the part and measure the area of each part. So the mean precipitation is found as 47.22 mm. For the water level data, we determine 3 hydrograph and unit hydrograph. 3 highest rainfall event is chosen for the data of the hydrograph. The flow rate value is found by using the reading curve of Sungai Langat. So this is the hydrograph and unit hydrograph from 10 December 2021, 2 PM to 11 December 2021, 1 PM. This is the hydrograph and unit hydrograph from 22 August 2022 5 p.m. to 23 August 2022 9 a.m. And this is the hydrograph and unit hydrograph from 16 November 2022 9 p.m. to 17 November 2022 6 p.m. Lastly, we want to determine the peak flow of the Sungai Langat. We use two methods, which is rational method and cross-section profile method. In rational method, we refer to MSMA second edition. By using the equation and the constant in MSMA, we can get the value of peak flow is equal to 173.85 meter cube per second. But according to MSMA, rational method is not suitable for catchment area which is greater than 80 hectare. Another method to find the peak flow is using the cross-section profile. By using Google Earth Flow, we can find the cross-section profile of the river. We calculate the area, perimeter, then the hydraulic radius of the cross-section. Finally, we use the main equation to find the peak flow. So the peak flow of the Sungai Langat using cross-section profile is 251.10 meter cube per second.
My name is Christina Liao. I have checks number AF210122, and I'll be discussing rainfall data and streamflow and water level data. Rainfall is defined as the vertical depth measurement of accumulated water that remained where it has fallen on flat level surface after a certain period of time. They differ according to location and time. In civil engineering, it is crucial for us to be familiar with the rainfall pattern, especially when we're developing water resource infrastructures such as dams and so on. It is also essential for us to be familiar with it in order to have mathematical modeling of extreme hydrological events such as floods and so on. Here are the rainfall data characteristics. Depth, rainfall depth, rainfall intensity, duration, the frequency of rain, the return period, and seasonal distribution. They can be categorized to three different based on different airlifting mechanisms: convection, orographic, and frontal or cyclonic. Due to high flooding incidents in the selected area for our project, mean aerial precipitation map, or defined as an estimation of average depth of precipitation or rainfall over a region for a specific time interval, is calculated using three different methods that were aforementioned: arithmetic mean method, Hessian polygon method, and isohydraulic method. The calculations were done using the data that we obtained from Department of Irrigation and Drainage website. Now, there are several factors affecting the precipitation, namely prevailing winds, presence of mountains, seasons, and our geographic location. Stream flow can be defined as the volumetric discharge expressed in volume per unit time. It takes place in a stream or a channel that varies in time and space. Now, water level is defined as the level of the surface of a body of water with respect to the standardized type of elevation, for example, sea level, and so on. Now, the hydrograph has several fundamental components, such as direct surface runoff, interflow, base flow, and channel precipitation. There are two main factors that affects it. One, which is drainage characteristics, and rainfall characteristics. For the hydrograph itself, it has several characteristics that we've seen, such as a rising limb, crest, recession limb, time to peak, time of concentration, lag time, and time base. Unit hydrograph is defined as a direct runoff hydrograph resulting from a unit volume of excess rainfall of constant intensity, and it's uniformly distributed over the drainage area. Now, for us engineers, we are allowed to compute flood hydrographs for design structures, extension of slow records at a site, flood forecasting models, and comparing catchment characteristics. From unit hydrographs itself, we can demonstrate the development of storm hydrographs due to an actual rainfall event over watershed.
Hello, I'm Doris with metric number AF210093. I'm responsible for discussion for peak flow. Peak flow means the maximum discharge in river. If the peak flow is high, the probability of flooding is high. Cross-section profile is more accurate than rational method in this project because it exceeds suitable range for rational method, which is 0.8 km². Peak flow increases when water flows to downstream, the presence of large and circular drainage basin, drainage with steep sides, drainage with many streams, heavy rain, and human-made drainage system and urbanization, while peak flow decreases when presence of permeable rock, saturated drainage basin, and vegetation. For conclusion, calculated precipitation of 3 stations using arithmetic mean method, Thiessen polygon method, isolated method are 49.33 mm, 48.15 mm, and 47.22 mm respectively. Rainfall in this project is used to find 3 hydrographs. Calculated peak flow using rational method cross-section profile are 173.85 m³/s and 251.10 m³/s respectively. Precipitation, streamfall, and peak flow are important in flood control. Thank you.